my awesome freaks and geeks out there. It is me, Quita, aka Malaysian Quita, and I want to welcome you back once again to Smart Intelligent News, also known as Sin TV Now, where I bring you, of course, smart intelligent news and talking all about Asian pop culture. So for today's episode, freaks, oh my gosh, this game has been I think it's been the most requested game that everybody wants me to play for some reason. I want to know why. And I also want to make sure that I thank all of you freaks and geeks, man, for the comments you guys have been, and ladies, and everybody. You guys have been so kind and so sweet and so nice. Now, I know many of you were asking me about Revelation Online and the expatter setup, so I did post and did update that episode with the link to the Twitter where I posted the picture of my XPad layout for Revelation Online. But we are not going to waste any time here, people. We are playing Phantasy Star Online 2. So many of you guys want me to play this game. I can understand why. It's a really awesome anime game. It's an MMO. It's got everything. But on top of that, okay, it is part of my series that I like to call controllers with MMO games with controller support. I am so sorry. I'm so backwards today, guys. Let me tell you, it's been a long day. Work was super busy and crazy today, but I still gotta make time for this show because I care so much about this show. So let's not waste any time. Let's play some Phantasy Star Online 2, and we'll also be later talking about my juicy topic of the day, which is, why isn't Korean pop or K-pop more popular in America? I just don't get it. So we'll get into that. So let's play some Phantasy Star Online 2, and then we'll do a little bit of backtracking, talking a little bit more about the game and all that. But I have my Xbox 360 controller, and yeah, this is so awesome. And I plugged it in, and this is the tutorial. So when you start the game, this is where you're going to be starting. So you gotta move, and the cool thing is, once you plug in your controller, you can configure it. So you can either play with controller or keyboard and mouse. Now for me, I am so hashtag team controller, because keyboard and mouse for me, my hands get all cramped up. It's just not a good time. Okay, so a little bit of kind of giving some guidance about the controls here. So you have A and B pretty much. But A and B are like your main controls for, like, okay, so if you want to talk or continue the conversation, you want to hit, I totally did this wrong here. Alright, so the movement is with the left analog stick. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, but I am so excited to play this game. Like, seriously, I am so... Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, no lie. So excited to play this. Okay, so let's keep going here. Okay, so... To move with the 360, of course, you have your analog. So there I am with my curvy self, because, you know, I had to make my character curvy. The cool thing about Phantasy Star Online 2, though, guys, is you can make your character to be any way that you want your character to be. So, excuse me. So, definitely, shout outs to Sega for having this just diversity of skin tones and voices, and the cool thing is there is a boob slider. So for those of you who are obsessed with breast, this is definitely the game for you. But I did pick the hunter class, and I did pick human just because that's just what I wanted. But let's move over to this point here. Okay, so it says, this planet has hostile native creatures that might appear at any moment. Alright, so we gotta keep our eye on our surroundings here. So we rotate the camera with the right analog stick, and then we use the left button to reset the camera position. Now to get out of Windows, you gotta hit B. So you gotta hit B. So let's use the camera to look around, and then oh, this is so cool, man. So you're just moving around, but I don't really even need the left button here. Okay, so she's gonna explain attacking. So okay, so hunters specialize in strike weapons is their way of combat. So by using the X button, so it's already configured for the 360 controller. So X allows us to do an attack, so we hit B to get out of that window again. So let's try using weapons. Alright, so that's the normal attack there. And then, oh man, this game is so cool, man. So we're gonna learn about Photon Arts. Okay, so Photon Arts is abbreviation PA. Okay, so you can use a Photon Arts on a weapon with Y. So it'll be, okay, so photon points will be recovered over time or by using a normal attack. So let's try that. Alright, so let's try that. Whoa, look at that. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so we got analog stick. What we've learned so far, analog stick left is to move. Analog stick right is to change your perspective. And then the left button brings it back to the default of how your character is moving. Basic attack is X. Photon Arts attack is Y, which is your more stronger attack. Alright, so picking up items. Let's see, can you pick them up? Let's see here, nope. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so you can't pick up? Alright, let's go. Alright. Alright, so let's try moving and jumping. Okay, so moving and jumping. For A, so to jump, press A. Pressing and holding A will allow you to jump higher, so you can attack on your enemies. Alright, so let's try A. Alright, so let's climb by jumping here, and then... Alright, this is so cool, man. Alright, so AP 238. Oh, we got a monster here. And I also love that Phantasy Star is completely like voiced over, which is cool. I love hearing like the original Japanese over like English voiceovers. Not saying that English voiceovers are bad, because many of my favorite anime shows have some awesome English voiceover, such as like Sailor Moon and Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that. Alright, so let's see who's this playful creature. Oh, we gotta fight him. Alright, so lock on system. Okay, so by pressing left button in the target in front of you, it will be captured on your screen, making it easier to attack. Pressing it again will disengage the lock. Alright, so it is possible to change between pressing and holding. So we have to go into the control settings, which is cool. So then you press and hold here, and let's attack. Let's get him locked in. Up. There we go. Alright. So we gotta go to the north here. I gotta get used to... Oh, I'll be better, well rested and energized, but I had to play this today. Okay, so I'll have to get better at the left and right here for attacks and stuff. Alright, so let's keep going. Of course, we want to follow where the map is going here. Or do we want to go this way? Yep, we want to go where the arrows are. Okay, let's check this out. What does it say here? Alright. Using recovery items. Okay, so when your hit points become 0, we'll die pretty much. But you can use a recovery item such as a monomate to restore your HP. That's so sweet. Okay, so let's use the recovery item. Alright, so to use it, you either hit the arrow keys, or pardon, not the arrow keys. You hit the directional pad on the Xbox 360 controller here. So then if we want to use it, we would use left stick. Oh, it's a little bit different for us. So left stick down is to use the item. Look at us drinking. Getting our drink on. Alright, so we're able to heal ourselves. Let's get what the heck is in here. Alright, so pick up items is B. Just to give a heads up. And it even tells you what to do. So this game is pretty easy. But it gets complex once you start to get into builds, from what I'm told. So for those of you who are new to PSO2, yeah, definitely give me pointers here. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't even be this tired. And the music in this game is amazing as well. So to perform a dodge, we gotta hit right trigger. Alright, so let's practice that. So that's a dodge. Alright, so with right button, weapon actions can be done. So the weapon action of a sword is guard. Pressing right button you can guard against attacks. Alright, so let's try that. So that's our guard. Guard is right button. Okay, so while holding left trigger, you can swap out your weapons. And then when pressed using X, we'll instead use another full-town art. Okay, so when you hit... Okay, so to swap weapons is left trigger. So left trigger helps to activate this menu and switches it to something different. So full-town arts is X. Look how cool that was. Alright, so let's proceed here. Let's dodge. Alright. So we hit B. Oh, they got me pretty good there. Yeah, we gotta target that. Alright. Alright, so we got some experience. That's always good. Okay, so explaining weapon, equipment, and changes. Okay. You can register multiple weapons in the weapons palette, and then to swap weapons, you go up on the directional pad down, and then confirm is B. Alright, so let's try this out. Okay, so you want to do... So weapon... Okay, so that's the full-town art. Okay, so then you hit that, and... Okay, so then you want to hit B, and then you got a different weapon. Okay, so we got to apply everything that we've learned. Alright, so then I got to remember that left. Okay, so then this is to select weapons. Alright, let's go back to the sword. And now we're going to go into the next area. Look at my chest. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Oh, sorry guys here. What the heck is that? Oh no, this doesn't look good. Alright, so we gotta destroy them. So this is gonna help us put everything we've learned into practice here. Look how muscular I am. That's hilarious. I think this is just gonna be a test today, guys. I'm gonna turn this into like a part 2. Just because I'm really tired, I just wanted to try this out. Alright, so to get into the event, you hit B. Oh. Man, I like his hair. His hair is so awesome. Yeah, I mean, today I'm just really tired, guys. I'm so sorry. I have to change the name of the episode to like Phantasy Star Online 2 Test. Just because I like to try these games out with you to make sure that like my sound and audio are good. So I apologize that I look tired today, but it's been a very, very long day. And there are a lot of cutscenes in this game too, I have to say. Look how pretty I look. These outfits are just so crazy, but I look crazy too anyway. Alright, so we are episode 1, chapter 0. There are 5 episodes currently. You can, when you select your character, or when you design your character, it'll come up with an option that you can skip it and just go to the current episode. But I wanted to start from the very beginning just because I'm new to this game and I'm kind of learning my way around. So for those of you who are not familiar with the game, I am currently playing Phantasy Star Online 2, and this is coming from the Wikipedia for it. It says Phantasy Star Online 2, which is Phantasy Suta Oren Tusu. Hopefully I'm saying that right. You know my Japanese is terrible. Is a video game in the Final Fantasy Star series published by Sega. I love Sega, guys. I love them. It is the successor to Phantasy Star Online and Phantasy Star Universe, featuring similar gameplay. The main version was released to PC for Windows in July of 2012. There's also a PlayStation Vita version of the game, and there was also a PlayStation 4 version of the game, but that is in Japanese only, okay? And then the cool thing too is that they released a mobile version of it. which was Phantasy Star Online 2ES, and that came out in 2014. On top of that, here's a cool thing about Phantasy Star, because I'm sure many of you are probably wondering, you're like, well, how the heck are you playing this right now? So I definitely have to give a shout out to what is called, and this is really cool. I like completely forgot the name of this right now. Let me make sure I'm giving the right name here to it. I totally forgot the name of the thing that I'm using to... It's been a long day, people, I have to say. It has been a long flipping day. It's been a very long day, so, you know. It's been such a long day. It's such a long day. Like, I've just been so tired. You know how you have days like that where you're just tired, okay? Alright, so it's called Ark's Lair, okay? And what Ark's Lair does is it pretty much allows you to play Phantasy Star Online 2 with some English translation. They are they're constantly always like updating it. And definitely shout outs to Ark's Lair. The team that does this, I mean, they do this on their own time, which is so awesome. So shout outs to them. And definitely if you want to play the game in English, and it's just a lot easier to like understand. Now, there's still some things that are not like translated, but it still is very playable. So shout outs to them. Thank you. This is so awesome to be able to play the game, and this is my first Phantasy Star game too, which is super awesome. But yeah, this is cool. So let's get started here. We will talk about our juicy topic of the day, which is why K-pop is not popular in America, or why I think it's not, or it should be. I'll talk about that later on in the day. I'm just too tired today, guys, so I will be changing the name of the episode to Phantasy Star Online 2 Test, just so that I wanted to try it out and to make sure everything was good with it, and for you guys to see the beginning of the game here. So let's get going. We gotta break through the Darker Sworn. Oh. Alright. Oh, I think I'm getting help. I'm level 2. I'm getting the hang of it. Alright, let's keep going here. Oh no! Alright. And this game is so beautiful too. I mean, look at that. I wish I could do that. Alright, I think this is one of my favorite songs. Alright, let's... Okay, so by clearing the quest conditions, telepipes appear on the field. You can enter a telepipe by using the B button to go back to the camp ship. So that means your quest is completed, which is cool. Alright, so let's go to the camp ship. We have finished the tutorial. Yeah, I love the song. It's so I might get the soundtrack, man, if they have it. It's so good. Okay, no, I'm being extra. Okay, let's go back to the camp ship. Yes, I want to go back. Oh my gosh. It's been a long day, man. And I will say the thing I like about this game too, very long cutscenes as well. So it really helps you to understand the story better, right? I wish I looked like my character in real life, man. I would have like hundreds of thousands of men talking to me, telling me how beautiful I am and all that. I'm telling you, when you're plus size, it's not always fun, man. It's not always easy, but hey, I know I'm good looking. I know I look fresh. I take care of myself. You know how it goes. No, I'm being extra. But okay, so hey, now I was with them. You think I'd let someone happen to some rookies? Well, I would think so.
改めて俺はゼノって言うんだ。こっちのうるさいのがエコー。よろしくね。あとうるさくないからね。あ、俺アフィンって言います。よろしくお願いします。こいつは相棒。俺たちアークスになったばっかで何が何だかわけがわからなくて。いいんだよ、細かいことは考えなくて。そういうのは上の仕事だ。あるいは自分で調べろ。さっき出てきたのがダーカーで、俺たちアークスのフグ大天の敵。俺から言えるのはそのぐらいだ。まあ変な夢抱いたままじゃなくて。
And I do love like when the character's done talking their line, it's just like extra mouth movement. That's so hilarious.
ちょっとゼノ、少しは考えてよ。この子たちいきなりの実戦でショックを受けてるのよ。
そんなおもんばかったところでダーカーと戦うって現実は変わらねえよ。だったら早めに知っておいた方がいい。その方が長生きできるからな。ほらほら、そんな新規臭い顔するな。
I am so sorry, guys. I know I look like I'm about to go to sleep here. It's so terrible. But let's talk about the topic just a little bit, okay? I think that there's a couple of reasons why I think K-pop is not popular in America. I think the first reason is because of racism. Not trying to pull the race card, but honestly, there is still a lot of racism towards Asian people, okay? And there's even specific types of racism depending on if you are a Asian person that is coming, that you've never been born in America, and then there's the Asian American experience. And although those experiences do cross over, they often don't always they often don't always overlap as well sometimes, because sometimes when you're Asian American, you get treated differently than an Asian person that's coming directly from the country that they were born from and then coming to America. So as they call it FOB, or like fresh off the boat. So it is interesting that like K-pop has not like blown up, because it's very it's very uplifting and fun, and that's like what pop music is supposed to be, right? But I just think it's one of the main reasons, and I'll be getting into this on later on today, is racism I think does have to to do with it, especially when BTS blew up, and their social media really started to rise, and BTS like won a social media award over like Justin Bieber and I think it was Selena Gomez. It was this one article I was reading, so we'll be getting into that. But I just think that racism does have a reason or a role to play with that. So it is sad though, because man, these K-pop bands and solo artists, they're really amazing. So shout outs to all of the amazing Koreans out there doing their thing, whether it's musically or or in, you know, any, or in all different types of fields in entertainment. Because you can tell, like, the Koreans put a lot of work and effort into things like choreography and just, you know, singing in general. So I've always been a fan of Korean pop. So we'll be getting into that later on today, when I do the full-blown episode today. But I just wanted to try out this with you guys and seeing how it goes here, and for you guys to like see the beginning of the game. So
かっこいいこと言ってるように聞こえるかもしれないけど今の完全に受け売りだからね。
おいこらエコバラすな。いいんだよ、師匠の言葉は俺の言葉だ。
格言を勝手に作らないの。まったく昔から勝手ばかりして私の苦労も少しは考えてよね。
お前の遅刻癖は俺のせいじゃないだろう。
うるさいゼノ。ほらもうすぐアークスシップに着くわよ。ほらそこのルーキーくん2人組も笑ってないで準備しなさい。
All right, so we finished chapter 0 of so that was the prologue. And also, from what I've been told, all of like the English speaking people per se are on, there's different ships when you first start the game. There are different ships that you can join, but most of the English speaking people, from what I've done my research and what I've been told, is on ship number 2. So that's the one that I'm on currently right now. All right. Okay, so we're gonna continue this later. I'm so sorry, guys. I had the energy earlier today. I was ready to go. And then I I started feeling tired, and I started, when I'm yawning and stuff like that. So I'm just going to take off this makeup and like go to bed and rest up. And then later on today, then I will do the full-blown episode here. So sorry about that, guys. But at least you have this so you can check out the first half of Phantasy Star Online 2. This is definitely going to be one of my main games that I'm going to be playing on the show. But I'm going to figure out what other games I want to play for Sin TV Now. I'm kind of leaning more towards like the anime games, but I didn't want to be like a niche per se, because I like playing all different types of games. But hey, with that, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Or as they would say in Japanese, gomen nasai. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I am tired. I am exhausted. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Alright, so guys, let me know what you think about Phantasy Star Online 2. Do you love it? Do you hate it? And keep these suggestions coming, because so many of you were like, play PSO2, you must play it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Okay, so with that, like I always say, remember to stay smart, get smart, and stay informed.